tunnel is gonna have to come through here, right in there. And then the rest of this.
Right about here.
Well, I would try to get it as tight over here as you can, make the tunnel as short as you can.
Okay.
Long tunnels can cause problems.
Okay.
Something that easily reach your hand in.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
grab
you
a
gotta
car.
be able to get in there and pull something out. Although being able to come up from below is a nice thing too. And then it just comes on around, and then here, you're gonna run this just as close to the wall as you can, curve it around, do a switchback over there, continue this same grade, and another switchback here. The switchbacks need to be long enough to get an engine and a couple cars.
Okay.
A 2-truck Climax and a couple 4 cars maybe. And then it just comes in and bring it in somewhere it would be easiest to have a turnout here, but you could do a turnout there. I would be inclined to say it'd be best to come here.
But we're gonna go over,
Yeah, it's gonna come as far that way as you can. It's conceivable that you might be able to catch it with just one switchback and come back into here.
cause it doesn't matter, because Steve,
No.
we don't care.
Because, yeah, we don't care, because it's not, all you're gonna do is put down, put down the sub road bed, and then we're not even gonna put down cork for a road bed. We're just gonna put down some gravel and stuff, and, cause there's no sense in doing that. It's an abandoned line anyway.
Okay.
In here, this all can be flat. I would suggest that we get some cheap flat plywood and smooth this off as much as possible and just cover this with a piece of plywood.
Okay, and I have a 4x8 sheet that we
Okay,
bought.
okay, it doesn't have to be heavy stuff, because we're gonna build landforms on it, we're gonna put buildings on it, it's gonna be
It's this stuff right here.
vegetation, it's gonna be whatever. So we have that same thing in here where it can all go down flat as much as possible. You want to keep in mind that the road bed needs to be above the terrain in all cases. Then around here, what we're gonna do is put hills, but these hills are going to be, they're not gonna be plaster, no plaster. Plaster's a pain to work with, it makes a mess on the carpet, and anytime you move it or you bump it, you've got dust.
And then Larry also said something about when we have to move this.
When we have to, because we know we're gonna have to move it. Might not be in my lifetime, may not be in yours, but sooner or later it's gonna have to be moved. Unless the building burns down or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I would be inclined to leave this and not do anything with this, because this will partly depend on what happens up here. It has to follow that same landform. Some of these will be hills and some of these will be valleys, and so if there's a valley there, then this is gonna have a short trestle, and this will have a short trestle. That would be a good place for a valley, so, yeah, if we can get stuff like this is stuff that was left over. You can do the same thing back here, inside this curve. That could go in there. I think that's enough to keep you busy, actually.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay.
We get
And
that.
if other people want